What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, coming into with another episode of Hockey Mask Time. Now, before I get started, let us bow our heads and recite the HMT motto, shall we? A man will only take so much disrespect, and it's only a matter of time before he finally decides today's the day. Yes, gentlemen, I have been slacking on my coverage of girlfriends who ended up having the mask put on by the men in their lives. However, I've got a few stories that I'm going to cover, like this one, because yes, there are far too many girlfriends who are just as nasty and disrespectful as wives. And yes, there are boyfriends who decide, you know what? Today's the day. Like the man in this article that was published on the 22nd of July. 25-year-old man accused of offlining his girlfriend in a shooting outside of a Northwest Indianapolis liquor store. Well, looks like he was in a place where he decided, you know what? If I'm going to put on the mask, at least before I go, I'll be able to have a celebratory drink. Now, let me just go ahead and say this right here. Woo! A man is charged with termination for allegedly shooting and offlining 42-year-old Sabrina Harbert in the early morning hours of July 19th. Put a pin right there. She's 42, he's 25. So you know what that means right off the bat, gentlemen. The shooting happened outside of a liquor store on the northwest side of Indianapolis in the 5500 block of Georgetown Road near West 56th Street. When police responded to the call shortly after 3 a.m., they found Harbert unresponsive in the parking lot and a man kneeling with his hands up saying, "I'm right here, I'm right here." That man was identified as 25-year-old Maurice Howard. Howard told police where the gun was and said that Harbert had put her hands on him before the shooting. Police spoke with witnesses at the scene. One woman said she saw Howard get out of a white SUV and start, quote unquote, snatching up Harbert. The witness said that she was walking up to talk to Howard about his behavior when she saw him pull out a gun. Howard allegedly said, quote unquote, "I'll offline you. I'll shoot you. I don't give a fuck about none of that." The witness said she went into the store to tell someone to call 911, but quote unquote, no one did until after the shooting. Another witness was inside the store and reported Howard and Harbert were in an argument about a key. Howard was described as Harbert's boyfriend. The witness told the couple that they had to leave because the liquor store was going to close. Then he heard two women saying, "He's got a gun, he's going to shoot that woman." The witnesses went outside, ready to call 911 when he heard a fight and then gunshots. Police viewed surveillance video at the store, which showed Howard and Harbert arguing. Both yelled and pushed each other. So he was correct. It was mutual combat. According to police, the video showed Harbert walking away from Howard when he started shooting her in the back. He allegedly continued shooting even as he stood over her. According to court documents, Howard told police he had broken the key fob to Harbert's car, which caused an argument. He said Harbert hit him repeatedly before the shooting, but police found no evidence beyond the shoving in the surveillance video. On July 22nd, Howard was charged with termination and unlawful possession of a handgun. Well. So we have a case of mutual combat, and so far as when someone says that someone put hands on them, shoving does qualify as someone putting hands on them. Women have no problems saying that. But when women say that a man put hands on them, what do men automatically think about? They think, oh, he's beating the brakes off of her, which heightens a man's response to when women say, oh, someone put hands on me. Even though when we men talk about when we put hands on people, we're more specific. We will say, yeah, I beat the brakes off that asshole, or I pushed him to get him away from me. So yes, technically, the shoving match was in fact her putting hands on him. Now, of course, they're going to downplay that. However, I want to focus on the main thing, which is this: the age gap difference. Yeah, most people would glaze right past that. Now, if it was the other way around, if it was a 42-year-old man that shot a 25-year-old girl, oh, everybody would be up in arms about that. Oh my God, what was he doing with that young girl? Well, what was she doing with this young boy? Oh, I forgot. He's not a young boy. He's still a grown man. Even though we would love to say that, oh, a 25-year-old woman, oh no, her brain stem is still developing. She's still a young girl, even though now they've upped it to 30. Get the absolute fuck out of here. But yeah, that age gap difference, what did that mean? She wanted control over that young man. Nothing more, nothing less. What more do I need to say about this one, gentlemen? What more do I need to say? Anyway, let's get to that scorecard, shall we? For location. Went down in front of a liquor store. Public, gotta give that a 5. Method of execution. Obviously, the problem-solving pistol. Gonna give that a 5 as well. Psychological impact. I gotta give this a 60 because there were witnesses. And for the brutality factor. He popped her in the back and kept shooting even as she was down. So yeah, he wanted to make sure that she got dirt napped. So I'm going to give that a 20. So Maurice, Hitman Howard, gets a score of 90. Like I said earlier, gentlemen, there are a lot of women out here who are simply girlfriends who are just as disrespectful as wives when it comes to being in relationships. Yeah, and far too many men for the longest time have accepted these crazy-ass women. However, see, a lot of girlfriends want to jump on social media. That way, they feel like they have that shield, that veil of protection. Oh, he's not going to do anything as long as there's a camera rolling. However, there's always a 50% chance that that man might just say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. You've disrespected me for the last time. I've had it. And he might decide, yep, you know what? I'm going to put the mask on for the entire world to see. Hey, ladies, keep pushing. Keep pushing your boyfriends. And guess what? Don't be surprised if he decides to take matters into his own damn hands. Well, I rambled on long enough. Read the article. Let me know what you guys think. And to you girlfriends out there who think, oh, I'm still going to run over the top of my boyfriend and he's not going to do anything about it, especially if I'm older than him, that way I can son him and treat him like a child, you better understand this, and you better understand this crystally damn clear. The power you think that your age difference gives over that man, that's going to go out. Feminism and the idea of, oh, I'm going to get me a younger man, that way he's more dependent on me and I can treat him like a son husband, that's going to go out right along with it. Because trust me, ladies, even a young man is still a young man, and there is a point where he will no longer accept your old, disrespectful ass. And guess what? He might decide to take matters into his own hands. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am out.
Woke up, murder on my mind, yeah. Losing all my hope, yeah. I'ma do the crime, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill.